Good morning, my name is Heather. I'm a mom to 8 children. 2 are married, 1's about to get married. I've already done 1 batch of English muffins, they're rising, and so it is 2 1/4 teaspoons of yeast, and then 1 1/4 cup of warmed milk. I use evaporated milk, I really like it. I didn't used to use evaporated milk for anything but pumpkin pie. I started using it because I had so much of it. It's one of those things, I think I've said it before, it's one of those things where you only use it for pumpkin pie when it's, you know, the holidays. So then you think, I need pumpkin and I need evaporated milk. So you grab your evaporated milk and you get home and realize you have a million of them. And so I thought, I've got to utilize these. And then it's also 2 tablespoons of honey. Ooh, I love my honey. And I love my honey, my hubby honey. And I love my honey that we got from our hives this past fall. And we got our new bees already, because we have some bees that we had last year. I think we might have lost 1 hive because it got really, really cold. And so we got more bees and my husband got more hives. So we're gonna have more honey. I'm super excited. And then this year, I'm actually going to start learning how to tap trees and then process my own maple syrup next spring. So I actually have to get into that. I have to like get on that right away. Okay, so then you're just, and I am using a bowl that I've already used before because I don't want to have to keep washing it, and it's okay, it's okay. So you're just gonna do like before, like the other 2, where you whisk it and let it proof for about 10 minutes. And I haven't found that it's like messed up my recipe at all. I mean, it might have a little more yeast in it because a little bit of the bread left. But the water is warm, and so any residue of the dough kind of gets mixed in, and it kind of melts it down a little bit. So, okay, so now another 10 minutes. So now we're gonna add, where is my cup?
Tray.
I lost my cup. Here it is, right here. Okay. Now I'm gonna add 3 1/2 cups of flour. 2. I tried adding 3 and it just didn't seem like enough. Okay, and then you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 egg that you scrambled up a little bit, and then 3 tablespoons of butter. 1, and then I'm gonna use this butter to put on my bread so it works out good. There we go. And Joshy is heading to work here soon. He's all ready to go.
I took out the stuff out of this.
Gross.
I'm gonna put the potato salad with it.
Oh, okay. He's getting himself ready for, I thought he was coming to say hi. He was just coming to use the garbage. So now you're gonna mix it really good till it forms a dough ball.
I took the skin off of it, and then I'm gonna put this new salad with it, and then after I get off work, then I'm gonna eat it.
Perfect. So you're gonna mix the dough until it comes away from the bowl and forms a nice dough ball. And I used all my bowls, so now I'm just gonna cover this one and let it rise inside because this is my last batch. And now I'm just doing a little bit of cleaning up here. And then my bread is looking, be careful shutting that some because my bread's rising. All right, we'll keep, yeah, it looks really good. Perfect, and I'll add it to my, I'm making bread and English muffins and bagels. Okay, that looks good. Has a nice color to it too. Now I've never made English muffins before. This is the first time. So hopefully it works out. Okay, so here is what it looks like. I'm just gonna put a towel on it, let it rise. I'm gonna put it in order though because I have 2 bread, 2 bagels, and then 2 English muffins. I don't want them to get mixed up, so I'll show you what I got going on over here. So here's my countertop of bread. The first 2 are my regular bread, the middle 2 are the bagels, and the last 2 are the English muffins. So now I'm gonna start getting the regular bread ready to go and then start the process of the bagels. The English muffins are gonna have just a little bit. All right, so the dough looks great. I'm gonna put it onto our surface here. I got the bread in the oven. Okay. Just make sure you don't want it to stick, and you're just gonna put it into a rectangle. If you want to roll it out, you can, but this dough is so nice, I don't really think you're gonna need to. So you're gonna press it until it is about 1 inch thick, maybe yeah, because they do have to rise again. All right, wow, it looks so beautiful. It feels so nice, oh my goodness. And then you're gonna take a cup about 3 inches and you're just going to press it, creating your English muffins. How cool is that? And then this extra dough we'll just put together, and you're gonna put them on parchment paper because they have to rise again. And then when we cook them in the pan, they are then going, oh, see, I didn't get that all the way. Okay, just kind of try and, if it sticks on you, just maybe take it and then roll it. I've actually seen people do this with cookies to make like the best cookies ever. I might need 2 pans. There we go. And they're gonna rise up. Rise up. Oh, I hope this works. So about 1 inch thick is what you're gonna want that. It might be a little under 1 inch. But hey, it's the first time I'm doing this. So we're gonna, yep, I'm gonna need another pan. So it looks like I got 2, 4, 6, 8. Looks like it makes about a dozen. There we go. Actually, I'm gonna put these together a little more because I think they're gonna rise up. I don't think they're gonna rise out. So I think I'll have room here. Okay, let's just slide these up. There we go. Okay. And then, yeah, so I think I might be doing them a little too thin, but it's learning, right? It's a learning. Okay, let's put this together. All right, because we want to utilize all of it. So I'll finish doing this. I think I'm gonna let some just rise on the counter because we're gonna cook them in a griddle. So they're not gonna stay on here. So whenever I'm redoing stuff, I just tuck it under and then press it down. So about 1 inch. Oh yeah, see that looks a little better there. This one's a little too, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it. No, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take it. That one was really, I have a couple that are really flat, so you know what? It's learning, right? It's learning. I'm gonna take these super flat ones and I'm gonna, because I get it now, I'm kind of seeing why you want at least 1 inch. The dough is so beautiful, like so beautiful. All right. If you want to use a rolling pin, go ahead, but I'm just doing it the easy way here. So about 1 inch, so 1 inch is about like that. They're already trying to rise on me. All right. Oh yeah, that's so beautiful. And then I'm just gonna create that English muffin. Real life, right? Trial and error. They might be a little too thick. Okay, so it looks like I have a dozen. I'm just gonna press this around so it looks good on the top. This one I kinda, there we go. Okay, so I'm gonna cover them, let them rise for about, I don't know, maybe, well, you want them to double, so I don't know, maybe 30 minutes. Okay, so see, here's some of them I did just, like this one's perfect. It's almost like a biscuit. This one might be a little too poofy. Well, you know what? When they rise up, I'll figure it out. So when I make my second batch, I'll know exactly how they're supposed to look. Because they're gonna rise in the pan too. When you cook them, they poof up. So I guess we'll see if my original ones were good or if the ones I did were good. I don't know. I don't know. I got my 2 English muffins. So I forgot to tell you, you have to put cornmeal on them. And then those are looking great. Those are looking great. Okay, almost ready. I'm getting things done today. Look at that big bag of flour. I actually didn't buy it too long, like maybe not even a month ago, and look at, I've been doing lots of baking. I hope these English muffins come out. That's another thing I can add now to make for my kids. Gonna put it in here, press it down a little bit. I'm gonna sprinkle the tops with some cornmeal too. Do a little bit on the top. I got the one side when they're in the pan. These in here. There we go. Now they just have to cook for 7 to 8 minutes, 7 to 10 minutes on each side. All right. I'm gonna turn down my burner a little bit here. There we go. Those are cooking a little faster than the other ones. Okay, come on. Woo, they're slippery. There we go. There we go. Okay, whew. Let's check these. Oh, not yet. So this one is cooking a little slower than the others. So that one's really cooking them. Okay. So I'm gonna get this, they're really slippery and hard to make. So yeah, I turn that down. And you don't put any oil or anything in them, so they look good. Even the flat ones are rising. That's amazing. Just make sure I'm not. Okay. Looks like these are starting to go. So the insides cook faster than the outsides. So let's push these out here. Let's mix it up a little bit here. Okay, those aren't ready. Let's move them on the inside here. Oh, those aren't ready. Okay. So it looks like this side of my pan is cooking a little faster than the rest. So we're gonna shift them over here a little bit. Okay, let's turn this down a little bit too. There we go. These are looking good. Okay, so I think turning down the heat is a good thing. Let's flip them. I wonder if baking these in the oven would be just as good to do, you know? Let's put this big one in the middle. See how we're doing here. Ooh, that looks great. That looks perfect. Okay, these aren't quite done yet. Whew. All right, I'm gonna keep doing these and then I'll come back and show you. I'm gonna have to really watch them, I gotta focus. So, my pan was up too high, so they don't look the best. But I'm finding the thinner the better. They do rise. So those ones I made thicker, you don't want to make them thicker. But they're really cool though. I mean, the tops are a little brown, but I mean, I've never made them before. And when you cook with cast iron, you gotta be careful because cast iron does get hotter. But I'm figuring it out. I got the two bigger ones over here. They're actually not looking too bad here. So, I mean, it's my first try. So play around with the heat. If you want to use just a regular pan, you can do that. I would really like to put them in the oven. I think that the oven, if you put them in there and let the oven cook them and then flip them halfway, I'm kind of thinking the oven is the way to go. So I think I'm going to have to try a batch next time and cook them in the oven and just see if it's easier. Because you do have to really watch them. It says 7 to 10 minutes on each side till they brown. And they used a cast iron pan too. I got this recipe off Pinterest. So I cut into a couple of them and they're really nice. So I don't know. But it is taking a little longer than 7 to 10 minutes to cook on each side, but I'll figure it out. But it's still, we're gonna try them though. I'm gonna put some butter on them and we're gonna try them and see how they turned out, how they taste, and if they are in fact like an English muffin inside. My stove is still trying to cool off. Okay, we're gonna try one together. So I was kind of struggling because, you know, you're so used to them in the store and they just didn't seem like airy like the store. So here's the inside. And I am on keto, but you know what? I want to try these. So Haley wants to try them. So I got some more butter left over. Okay. We just get so used to stuff, right, in the store. So then when you make it homemade, you're like, is that how it's supposed to be? Here we go. Wow. They're really good. And they're not crumbly, they're staying together. Even though they don't look the best, they're dense. They are dense, they're not so airy like you get like in the store, but wow, they're really good. All right, well, thanks so much for joining me on this day of baking. It took me 5 hours to make 2 batches of bagels, 2 batches of English muffins, and 2 batches of bread. I got 12, 3, 4, 5, 6, 16 bagels. Looks like I got about 3 dozen English muffins, so you probably will get about, about 8, 3 times 12 is 36, so you probably get about 18 per dozen. But you do want to make sure that they are thinner. You don't, you know, because you know how I made the big one, the big one. And then make sure you preheat your oven, but then turn it to low and give it a second so you don't overcook them. But I kept thinking they're not cooked because they didn't look like the store. And then I overcooked them. And so I started cutting into a couple of sides thinking, what in the world's going on? So I figured it out. Yummy. All right, thanks so much. Enjoy the sunshine. It's 83 degrees. Me and Haley are gonna get our swimsuits on and head to the pool because it is really hot. Especially with my baking, it's super hot in this kitchen. Whew. This is amazing. Okay, I swallowed. Okay, thank you very much for joining me on this day of baking. Have a wonderful day.